Cumple tus objetivos con el inglés. Un año de inglés con el apoyo de los mejores tutores online. Apúntate en curso de inglés online TVE.com y por menos de €1 al día.
Hi, I'm really worried. Don't worry. Why not? We don't have to decide anything until next week. We don't have to decide. We don't have to. No hace falta que decidamos nada. O sea, el no hace falta que o no es necesario que decidamos. Se dice, no tenemos que decidir. We don't have to. Se usa mucho más la expresión no tenemos que. Lo usamos mucho más que no es necesario o no hace falta que. No es preciso que. We don't have to. No tenemos que decir nada hasta la próxima semana. O sea, no hay prisas, no te preocupes tanto. Don't worry. We have until next week. We have until next week. And we don't have to decide anything. We don't have to decide anything. We don't have to. We don't have to. We don't have to decide. We don't have to decide anything until next week. No digáis until the next week. Next week, last week. Next year, last year. Huh? Next month, last month. We don't have to decide anything until next week. Don't worry.
Hola y bienvenidos a la clase 158. Ahora vamos a ver la frase We don't have to decide anything until next week. No tenemos que decidir nada hasta la semana que viene. Y ahora nos centraremos en la primera parte de la frase. We don't have to. Aquí tenemos have to en la primera persona del plural. We don't have to. Y no we not have to. No, usamos el auxiliar. We don't. Contraído. Do not, don't. We don't. We don't have to. Una obligación externa. Pero aquí no existe. We don't have to. We don't have to. Más ejemplos con we don't have to. We don't have to go home yet. No tenemos que ir a casa todavía. We don't have to go if you don't want to. No tenemos que ir si no quieres, si tú no quieres. We don't have to rush. No tenemos que ir deprisa. There's no deadline. La palabra del día, fecha tope. There's no deadline. No hay fecha tope. Dead, muerto, line, línea. Deadline. La palabra del día. Apúntalo ya.
Hi guys. Pues cuando volví del bar esta tarde, nadie estaba aquí. No one was here. Seriously. Pues Raquel me dijo que no tenemos que trabajar. We don't have to work on Friday evening. No tenemos por qué. We don't have to. Eso, Raquel, she speaks English really well. Es eso porque ha dicho we don't have to y no we don't have. Es we don't have to. Increíble. Incredible. Friday evening and we don't have to work. We don't have to do anything on Friday evening. We don't have to photocopy. Nope, we don't have to. We don't have to think about Mr. Fernandez. Nope, we don't have to. We don't have to stay here until 7 o'clock. We don't have to. I love Spain. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to.
Entonces, nosotros no tenemos fecha tope. We don't have a deadline. La palabra del día, fecha tope o fecha límite. Deadline. Por eso, we don't have to decide anything. El verbo que vamos a ver ahora, to decide. We don't have to decide anything right now. ¿Y por qué no estoy diciendo we don't have to decide nothing? Porque eso sería una doble negación. Eso no podemos hacer. Es we don't have to decide anything. Porque ya teníamos en we don't la negación. We don't, not, do not. So, anything. Muy bien, no lo olvides. Más ejemplos con esto. I'm not deciding anything until tomorrow. No voy a decidir nada hasta mañana. Not nothing, anything. I don't have to decide anything. Muy bien. We don't have to decide anything before the deadline. No tenemos que decidir nada antes del fecha límite. Muy bien, la palabra del día. Ya lo tenemos bien asimilado, ¿a que sí? Deadline. Muy bien. Before the deadline. Fecha límite.
I can't believe it. Una oferta de trabajo aquí para mí. Para un trabajo nuevo. A new job. Oh my God. Y dice, aún no tienes que decidir nada. Qué majos. You don't have to decide anything yet. Fantastic. Oh, qué emoción, ¿no? Pero es que I'm not going to decide anything yet. O sea, me va a tomar un tiempito, ¿sabes? Oh, por lo menos se lo tendré que decir a Funchi hasta que no hable con ella. I'm not going to decide anything. ¿Ok? Oh, vamos a practicar un poquito. I'm not going to decide anything yet. Because I don't have to decide anything yet. ¿Ok? Decide anything. I don't have to decide anything. All right. Voy a llamar a Funchi ya. Funchi. Tengo una oferta de trabajo. A new job offer. No voy a decir nada todavía. I'm not going to decide anything yet. Pues porque lo pone aquí. You don't have to decide anything yet. Si lo pone yo lo hago. Claro. Sí, quedamos. Así lo hablamos. Unos cócteles, ¿no? Vale. Okay, let's decide. All right. I'm not going to decide anything yet. Hasta que no lo hable con Funchi, nada. I won't decide anything.
Hemos visto, we don't have to decide anything y no nothing. We don't have to decide anything. Ahora vamos a ver hasta la semana que viene. Until until next week. No decimos the. Es una regla tan importante que quiero que la apuntes ya en tu cuaderno. The next week, no. Until next week. Muy bien. ¿Y cómo pronunciamos week? ¿A qué? No vale. Week. Muy bien. Until next week. Más ejemplos. We're not going to start until next week. No vamos a empezar hasta la semana que viene y no until the next week. Por favor. We don't have to pay until next month. No tenemos que pagar hasta el mes que viene. Until, hasta. También se puede traducir como up to, pero en este caso es until next week. Entonces, toda la frase. We don't have to, la negación, do not, don't. We don't have to decide anything y no nothing. We don't have to decide anything until next week y no the next week.
Oh, it's music time. Yeah, it's music time because I don't have to do any work until tonight. I don't have to update the system until tonight. I don't have to check any files until tonight. I don't have to transfer any data until tonight. Until tonight. Se dice así. Es muy fácil, ¿no? Until tonight. I don't have to do anything until tonight. So now, it's music time. And I got my favorite song, DJ Live for You. Yeah. Near the window. The magazine is on the desk near the window. I'm going to listen to music all night because I don't have to do anything until tonight. Yeah.
Hello again. Okay, I have to get off the tram right away. She said she had to get off the tram right away. Repito. I have to get off the train. No me sale. I'm going too fast. I have to get off the tram right away. She said she had to get off the tram right away. Esto se llama reported speech. Literalmente el habla reportada. Quiere decir, estoy diciendo lo que otro ha dicho o lo que otro dijo. Ella o él, I have to. Esto es tengo que en el presente, en el tiempo presente. Tengo que bajarme o bajar del tranvía enseguida. I have to get off the tram. Como suena. I have to get off the tram right away. ¿Qué es lo que dijo ella? Dijo que tenía que bajar. She said she had to get off. Had, pasó al pasado, Dijo que tenía. Aunque sea ahora mismo que está diciendo I have to. Reported speech, tiene que ir. Reported. She said she had to get off the tram right away. That's what she said. She had to.
Hola, bienvenidos a la clase número 158. Y la frase de hoy es I have to get off the tram right away. She said she had to get off the tram right away. En español, tengo que bajarme del tranvía enseguida. Ella dijo que se tenía que bajar del tranvía enseguida. Y vamos con la primera parte. To get off the tram. Bajarse del tranvía. Ahora, to get off es un phrasal verb, un verbo compuesto que significa bajarse de un vehículo o de algo en movimiento. Y lo usamos con autobuses, trenes, tranvías y aviones. Por ejemplo, to get on a bus o to get off a train. Pero jamás decimos to get off a car, porque con los coches decimos to get out of a car cuando decimos bajarnos o to get into a car cuando nos subimos. Vamos con algunos ejemplos. We have to get off the train. This is our stop. Y otro, I think we have to get off at the 5th stop. Muy bien, nos vemos en un minuto.
Hi, it's Frank, and we've got another situation on our hands. Yeah, 2 criminals are running away. Yeah, huyendo. They're trying to escape. Yeah, but my men are on it. My men are following them. That's right. Right now, I'm tracking them on my GPS, and they're on the tram. So I told Lamoretti and McNulty, my team, I told them to follow them. If they get on the tram, you get on the tram. If they get off the tram, you get off the tram. Yeah, because, of course, they're going to try and confuse them. They're fugitives. They're criminals. And they're on the run. Yeah. Now, cuidado, cuando nos subimos a algo, we get on it, and then we get off it. A train, for example. I got on the train. I got off the train. The metro, the subway. I got on the subway. I got off. Un ascensor. To get on it and to get off it. Siempre mira verbos compuestos en inversos. Yeah, it's a good way. Take it off, put it on, right? So they are getting on the tram and off the tram. Now, the only thing I hope is that my men get off the tram when the criminals get off the tram. Because if not, we're going to lose them.
Vamos con la segunda parte de la frase de hoy, que es right away, es decir, enseguida o inmediatamente. Ahora, right away, como se queda igual siempre, hay que intentar enlazarlo para que suene más natural. Right away, como si fuera una palabra. Repite conmigo, right away, right away. Muy bien. Vamos a ver algunos ejemplos. You have to do it right away. Lo tienes que hacer enseguida. We should go there right away. Deberíamos ir allí enseguida. I told you to be prompt. Do it right away. Y aquí tenemos la palabra del día, prompt, que es rápido. Vamos con el siguiente ejemplo. ¿Cómo se dice en inglés? ¿Te tienes que bajar del autobús enseguida? A ver. Muy bien. Do you have to get off the bus right away? Y no to get out, sino to get off the bus. Y un último ejemplo. Give the reports to him right away. Muy bien. Nos vemos en un minutito.
Hello, Sarah's shop. How can I help you? Oh, no! You bought some shoes 4 weeks ago and they haven't arrived yet? And you're in Alaska. Don't worry. I'll send them to you right away. Can you hear me? I said I'll send them to you right away. Yes, I'll send them to you right away. Okay, bye. I don't know why, but they couldn't hear me well. The line isn't working. Did you hear me? I said I'll send them to you right away. Repeat after me. I'll send them to you right away. Ooh, another call. Hello, Sarah's shop. How can I help you? You ordered some hat glue and it hasn't arrived yet. And you're on Mount Everest. Don't worry. I'll send it to you right away. Can you hear me? I said I'll send it to you right away. Okay. My phone isn't working. I'm going to call a technician and have it fixed right away.
Ahora vamos con la última y tercera parte de la frase, que es she said she had to. Ella dijo que tenía que. Y aquí tenemos el estilo indirecto, o en inglés reported speech. Ahora lo usamos para informar sobre algo que se ha dicho en el pasado. Y el tiempo verbal cambia. Damos un paso en el pasado. Por ejemplo, en este caso decimos I have to get off the tram right away. Un paso atrás sería she said she had to get off the tram right away. Así que vamos del presente al pasado. Más ejemplos. I have to go right away. Y en reported speech, she said she had to go right away. Otro ejemplo. I like to get on the bus. En reported speech, she said she liked to get on the bus. Y un último ejemplo. I need to get dressed. Y en reported speech, she said she needed to get dressed. Muy bien, bien hecho y nos vemos en la siguiente clase.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm working on a masterpiece. I'm busy. It's a masterpiece. You see, I had an order, una petición, from a woman for a painting, and she said she had to have it right away. Que tenía que tenerlo ahora mismo. She said she had to have it. She had to have it right away. So I'm working on it. Yes, she had to. She had to have it right away. And she said the painting had to have circles. So I'll give it circles. She said it had to have squares. She said it had to have red squares. She said she had to have the painting ready for her son. It's his birthday. Tomorrow. She had to have it for tomorrow. She had to have it in a hurry. She had to have it right away, like everyone. She said it had to have black in it as well. So I'll include some black because she said it had to have black. But she didn't say it had to be a masterpiece. She said she had to have it right away, but she didn't say it had to be a masterpiece. But you know what? I think it's a masterpiece. Don't you agree?
Yes, I agree. It's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over before he puts it in writing. Yo haría lo mismo. I would do the same. It's hardly a surprise. Hardly es apenas. O sea, literalmente es apenas una sorpresa. O sea, no me sorprende casi. Es apenas una sorpresa para mí. It's hardly a surprise. It's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over. Mull it. M-U-L-L. Mull. Mull, como toro, pero con M. Mull. It over means darle muchas vueltas, pensárselo bien. Ir rumiando sobre esto, meditando, reflexionando. To mull it over means piénsalo. Pero bien, it's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over before he puts it in writing. Antes de pasarlo pasar a escribirlo, porque una vez escrito, plasmado para la historia. So it's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over before he puts it in writing. Okay, welcome to another sentence. Interesting sentence. Listen, it's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over before he puts it in writing. Yo haría lo mismo, ¿no? ¿Y tú? It's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over before he puts it in writing. It is. It's hardly a surprise. Apenas me sorprende. O sea, es apenas una sorpresa, literalmente en inglés. En español diría seguramente apenas me sorprende. O sea, casi no me sorprende. It's hardly a surprise. It's hardly a surprise. It's hardly. Hardly means apenas. It's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over, pensarlo bien antes de ponerlo por escrito, before he puts it into writing. Yeah, for me it's hardly a surprise. It's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over. Yeah, it's hardly a surprise. And your English is not perfect. It's hardly a surprise. Say, it's no surprise. Es no me sorprende para nada. It's no surprise. Ahora, it's hardly a surprise. Apenas me sorprende. Lógico. Casi no me sorprende en absoluto. It's no surprise. Es muy categórico. It's hardly a surprise. Casi lo mismo. To mull it over, it's natural. It's hardly a surprise.
I've had it up to here. The staff are criticizing me for having told them off. But it's hardly a surprise that I told them off. They're always neglecting their duties. They're always neglecting their duties. It's hardly a surprise that I get angry. I mean, really. And they're always criticizing me. So it's hardly a surprise that they never listen to me in my meetings. And if they never listen to me, well, then it's hardly a surprise that I get angry, right? It's hardly a surprise that I get angry with them. I mean, look at this. I've just received all the customer complaint forms, and it's hardly a surprise that we have more than we've ever had before. Look at all these complaints. But they don't listen to me. They don't come to the meetings. They're always neglecting their duties. So it's hardly a surprise that the customers are complaining. I mean, listen to this one. Margaret, well, that doesn't say Margaret. It says they didn't clean the rooms. Well, it's hardly a surprise that Margaret didn't clean the rooms because Margaret falls asleep in the rooms. So it's hardly a surprise that I would get this kind of a complaint about the rooms.
Hello again. Okay, are you ready? Part 2. It's hardly a surprise. Apenas me sorprende. It's hardly a surprise. It's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over before he puts it in writing or into writing. To mull it over, it's hardly a surprise. No me sorprende en absoluto, o apenas me sorprende que quiera darle 1000 vueltas, pensarlo bien, meditar un poco sobre ello, reflexionar sobre ello. To mull, M-U-L-L, mull something over, es ir dándole vueltas a un tema por no estar del todo seguro todavía, ¿eh? Hay que darle vueltas y pensar, reflexionar un poco. To mull it over. So, para mí, apenas me sorprende el hecho de que quiera este hombre darle unas vueltas o pensárselo un poco. It's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over before putting it in writing. And the word of the day, rueda de repuesto, spare escrito, spare tire. Tire con I latino en americano, con Y en británico. Spare tire. También alguien fondón con un poco de michelines por el centro se dice tiene una rueda de repuesto alrededor, un flotador alrededor, a spare tire.
Hey, how's it going? I'm just waiting for Rebecca to accept my invitation. Apparently she wants to mull it over. To mull it over means to consider. So Rebecca wants to mull my decision over. Yeah, she wants to mull it over. It's hardly a surprise, to be honest. I mean, if I were her, I'd want to mull it over. Yeah, I mean, going on a date with me might sound like an easy choice to make, but it's not. I advise you mull it over. I mean, will you be good enough? Will you make me laugh? Will you make me smile? Will you be too nervous? These are things that you have to mull over before you say yes to a date with me. I mean, don't get me wrong, you shouldn't mull it over too much. I'm in demand. You wouldn't want to miss your chance, would you? But going on a date with me is a big responsibility, and I advise you mull it over before you say yes. I think Rebecca's been mulling over it a bit too long.
All right. Yes, sir. Part 3 of our sentence. It's hardly a surprise. Apenas me sorprende en absoluto. It's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over before he puts it in writing. Y a veces he oído puts it into writing, como si fuera meterlo en la caja, put it into. It's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over before he puts it in writing. Of course, sometimes before you put something in writing, you need to think it over, mull it over, think it over, mull it over. And then, when you're ready, you put it in writing. You put it in writing. Lo pones por escrito, lo escribes ya. Con tu propio puño y letra. You write it, you put it in writing. Writing con T simple, writing, ING, T simple, no doble T, por favor. Eso es escrito, written, writing. So, it's hardly a surprise that he wants to mull it over before he puts it in writing. I would do the same thing. Yeah, I would mull it over before putting it in writing.
Hi guys, Felicity here. Guys, I have just asked Mike the waiter to join me in the entertainment team. I said, Mike, do you want to join me and be an entertainer like me? But he has to put it in writing first. Yes, if he wants to be an entertainer, he has to put it in writing. Eso, put it in writing significa por escrito. Put it in writing. Repeat with me. He has to put it in writing. Perfect, guys. So, Harriet said, Felicity, if Mike wants to be an entertainer, he has to put it in writing. And I said, I know, Harriet. He has to put it in writing. And at the moment, Mike is thinking about it. Because being an entertainer is hard work. You have to get up very early in the morning, go to bed very late, and always be energetic. But I hope he'll come, because I need help. If he puts it in writing before Friday, then he could be my new assistant. All he has to do is put it in writing and bam! Felicity and Mike, the hotel entertainment team. Oh, fun!
Cumple tus objetivos con el inglés. Un año de inglés con el apoyo de los mejores tutores online. Apúntate en curso de inglés online TVE.com y por menos de €1 al día.